This is BMW's new N20 engine. It's a brand new 2-liter turbocharged unit, and it's one of the most advanced 4-cylinder engines on the road. The N20 exists because BMW is questing towards ever-improving mileage and performance, and it's now found its way under the hood of the 5 Series sedan, namely in this new 528i. For years, BMW models that ended with the number 28 were powered by a naturally aspirated 3-liter straight-six, which was a popular and well-loved staple of this brand. Replacing that legendary straight-six for this new 4-banger in virtually all applications has caused a bit of an uproar amongst fans. It'd be like Dodge getting rid of their Hemi. But the new N20 answers the call of shoppers demanding faster, thriftier machines, and it generates more power and way more torque than the old straight-six while burning less fuel to do it. Namely, you get 240 horsepower and 260 pound-feet while cutting your fuel bill. That's a win-win situation. It all comes courtesy of a number of tricks up the N20's sleeve. Engineers have employed the latest technologies to simultaneously advance both performance and mileage. For instance, the oil pump and water pump are both electrically driven and operate in an on-demand fashion. That means more power to the road and less gas burned. Heck, the water pump doesn't even turn on until the engine gets warm, meaning it heats up more quickly too. The alternator is slick as well. Using a clutch to control engagement, it only spins when drivers coast or brake. That means more power available during acceleration and, again, better gas mileage. This system is called brake energy regeneration and effectively uses momentum that would otherwise be wasted to recharge the battery. And there's variable valve timing and direct injection to further optimize on-demand performance and fuel mileage under light loads. In effect, the N20 intends to give drivers plenty of power when it's needed while slashing fuel use when it's not. The engine even has an auto-stop function that shuts it off at traffic lights like a hybrid. It restarts when you release the brake pedal, though it doesn't work in the winter when it's cold out. An 8-speed automatic transmission and a new driver-selectable EcoPro mode help further trim consumption. EcoPro reconfigures the instrument cluster and computer and alters the throttle, transmission, and other vehicle systems to actively help drivers achieve the best possible mileage. There's a built-in mileage log, and a gauge even shows you how many kilometers you've added to your current tank of fuel by using the system's tips. Doing so requires putting all thoughts of full throttle acceleration and burnouts and ripping through the gears like Christmas morning wrapping paper out of your head, and sitting back, relaxing, and enjoying the ride.
And this is one of those cars that encourages you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. The comfort and quiet levels in here are world-class. It rides fantastic over anything. That xDrive all-wheel drive means there's heaps of traction for any weather. And on top of that, as BMW 5 Series sedans always sort of have been, this thing has a feel and a sensation engineered into it that just can't be beat. Really, it's one of those cars that's beautiful to drive anywhere, anytime, and that's whether you've got a lead foot like me or not.
Further enjoyment on my test drive came from a magnificent stereo system, sunroof, heated seats, and of course the fantastic overall look to the interior and exterior of this machine. The power-operated trunk and push-button start were nice touches too. Oh, and the transmission. Usually I'd rather be punched in the throat than drive a sports sedan with an automatic, but this paddle-shifted unit is clean, smooth, and very obedient during manual mode. And make no mistake, this machine is all about fuel efficiency, but it still hauls along in something of a rush when you give it the boots. It's not blow your head off fast, but it's definitely no slouch. Me and several passengers did notice that for the size of the 528i, it feels a little tight inside. And since the tester had only done a handful of kilometers before winding up in my grubby mitts, the engine hadn't completed break-in and started achieving fantastic mileage just yet. My test average landed at 11 liters per 100 kilometers, with highway consumption at a good clip over hilly terrain, dropping that figure to about 9. Owners could expect it to improve as the engine breaks in. End of the day, shoppers after a world-class sedan packed with world-class styling and technology employed for maximum efficiency will likely be impressed. The nicely loaded tester came in around 70 grand. Thanks for watching.